4, 3.
Welcome to Booze and Ballin', Fantasy Football Shaken.
I love that sound. Not stirred.
That's our opening. I'm Todd Webb.
I'm DK.
And this is week 1 of season 2 of Booze and Ballin'. I'm excited. The birds are currently playing in Brazil as we're doing this.
We're fucking idiots for doing this at this time.
My focus is not there.
You're right. Neither is mine.
You're going to see me going, I'm going to squirrel. Every time I see something good happen out of the corner of my eye.
You'll see me over here trying to change the channel.
So what's tonight inspired by, bud?
Oh, sorry. I already started drinking it. Tonight is inspired.
I don't blame you.
By our, just the Penelope.
Hard to see this light. It's a white label. Bam.
Yeah, Penelope White Label, straight bourbon whiskey.
4-grain whiskey. It's one of each.
So far, it's super smooth, man. It's not very heavy. Not a lot of burn. So if you like the burn, this one's definitely not for you.
I'm doing that series with my wife to get her to start drinking bourbon. And this is
a good one to start with.
This is her initial. It's literally all 4 grains: corn, rye, wheat, and malted barley.
Aromas of sweet buttercream and fresh apples, married with nutmeg and allspice. Yeah, okay. I actually tasted all of that.
I'm excited that we're finally starting season 2. The off season didn't go as planned. A lot of stuff. You got a new baby on the way. It's like we didn't get to do as much as we wanted to, but we're fucking back. So
we're working
I'm
happy.
On
it. We're getting there, and we are doing our best.
I'm excited. Yeah. New season, we're upgrading. I ran a beer mile. This year's for tattoos.
Dude, the beer mile was epic. I absolutely loved it.
Putting it right here. The beer mile. I am not in shape as I thought I was.
But it was still a very impressive run. Never broke stride. I was totally impressed.
I was trying. That was a mental battle if I've had a mental battle in a long time.
I bet, man. Pushing through something like that, I don't remember the last time I pushed myself in like a physical way like that.
I haven't had to do it in so long.
The last time I did it.
I forgot how to be like, keep going, bud. Keep going.
Yeah, like you start talking to yourself in your head. You're like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This hurts really bad. No, it doesn't. This hurts.
My body almost won. That was bad. So, all right, let's kick this off. I like how you got our logo like in there right as you're singing. Let's kick this off with one of our favorite hashtags from last year. Hashtag F Thursday Night Football.
FTNF, man. That was a good game. I enjoyed it. I stayed up. I shouldn't have. I'm rocking on like 2.5 hours of sleep because I stayed up for the whole thing. I guess it was worth it. Yeah,
worth it.
But yeah, very good game. I thought
it was. I mean, I predicted the Ravens to win. I was off on that. Honestly, though, if he didn't miss Zay Flowers wide open in the end zone, like
it'd been interesting to see what they call.
Calls. Yeah. Let's talk about those for a second.
Dude, oh my God. We were through an illegal formation flag just setting up all my stuff behind me.
I know you almost threw one at you right now. But seriously, the alignment calls to start off Thursday Night Football, I get you're trying to prove a point, but that's ridiculous.
That was a little much. I already wanted to like vomit all over the freaking TV. I was like, really? This guy's a vet and he's getting this just called after like something either changed or
so frustrating.
And then they show the replay, and it didn't seem like anything was different. I was like, wait a minute, this looks just like what changed? Like, what's wrong here? I don't understand it.
Honestly, it could have just been the angle of the referee. It was weird that the fact that an assistant coach called a timeout and it stood, that I thought was illegal.
Running down the sidelines, like made it as obvious as possible.
Like, that should never have stood. That should have been a penalty or something as a timeout.
There were so many, like, what is going on right now?
False start calls, not called. Like, the refs aren't even trying at this point this year. They're like, you know what, game? 3 in a row. 3 in a row.
Yeah, right? 3-peat.
Take that aside, though. Zay Flowers and Raji Rice are going to be target monsters.
And they're going to be special in this league. Yes, they are.
And you're not going to know if you should start Isaiah Likely or Mark Andrews.
Yeah. All Thursday Night Football did again was just throw a wrench in absolutely everything. The only thing that stayed the same was Patrick Mahomes doesn't throw touchdowns anymore, apparently, because they just like to drop them. And Lamar Jackson will get you 100 yards rushing.
Worthy looked fast on the field.
Oh, man. He looked good, too. He had, 4 touches and 2 touchdowns?
Yeah. Like, not a lot of yards, but touchdowns.
BRB.
It'd be really curious to see. Gee whiz. It'd be really curious to see how he does when the Brown comes back. That's fine.
There we go.
This is week 1, trial and error.
Dude, I know. We're like the refs, man. We got to learn.
But I thought, honestly, though, it was a good game. Like you and I talked about it last night. The Ravens started off with a great game script, and then the second quarter seemed like they were playing like the AFC Championship game last year in the second quarter.
It's the exact same thing happened. They marched right down the field with Derrick Henry, punched it in the end zone, and I was like, oh, here we go.
And then
the
what second half, they looked better again.
Yeah, he started to get the ball again, and they came back. Once Derrick Henry started getting the ball again, I was like, what? Like, you have to give him the rock, or else all those other little gadget things you guys want to do aren't going to work. And the only reason Isaiah Likely had a huge game is because they threw the same 5-yard out like 12 times, and he caught 10 of them and took it for like 10. And then he took one for 47 yards to the house. I was like, they keep throwing the same goddamn pass. Somebody go out there and just cover him right there, and you stop the whole Baltimore offense right now.
Yeah. I don't know. All I know is I want all of Zay Flowers and Raji Rice in fantasy. Simple.
Flowers.
If you can get them, get them. If you got them, good for you. They both look good. All right.
And first week it's the refs. One question I wanted to ask you. I actually wanted to ask you about it. Is what did you think of the new kickoff rule? I'm on the fence still. I don't like it.
I don't hate it. The one thing I think is, originally I thought there was going to be a lot more touchbacks than, and a lot like basically even if you return it, you're still starting within the 23 to 30 yard line every single time. Which if you return it, that happens. But I do think that there's a lot of big play potential. So if your league has your defense and special teams where you get special team points, that's great. If you get them for an individual player, I mean, most of the people returning punts and kickoffs aren't on there, but I think it sets up for some big plays. And I'm pretty sure Jalen Hurts just threw an interception.
Yeah, I need to.
I told you that guy sucks.
Oh, man. Where was I going with that? Fucking Jalen Hurts got me all twisted.
Here goes my phone.
I need to.
Let's do this. So Jalen Hurts sucks. We had some people that we want all of Zay Flowers. We want all of Raji Rice. So let's do this. This is going to be our new Friday night formats. Get these out hopefully Saturday or first thing Sunday. Our 2 people we want to sit and 2 people we don't want to start. And we're not talking CeeDee Lamb. We're not talking Jamar Chase, Hurts. We're not talking like you're set and forget guys. We're talking that flex, maybe RB1 or 2, wide receiver 2. So I'm going to let you go first since you won. I'm still breathing heavy from the beer mile.
You want my starts or sits first?
Give me one of your starters. Okay. Who do you got at running back?
Running back this week, I'm all in on Alvin Kamara this week. I think against Carolina.
Condre Miller's not there.
Yep. You don't have. There's nothing There's not a whole lot going on in that offense other than maybe Chris Olave. And I like him as a spot start too. If you got other options, I'd consider playing him. But yeah, it's honestly my only reasoning is it's Carolina, and I think they're going for a first overall pick this year again.
I like Kamara this year. I don't know. I feel good about him. I think he's the safest start on that team over Olave, over anybody.
He's going to get touches out the ass.
He's guaranteed touches. So I think worst case is he's your RB2. I think it's a good start.
Yeah, for sure.
At running back, I'm starting Aaron Jones. With everything that's happened in Minnesota, I see him going heavy run script, and I think they're going to do well against the Giants. Like, Giants aren't great at defense. They're not going to have to pass a lot, so I just think he gets work.
Yeah.
And I want to see it.
And the volume, if the volume's going to be there, I think Aaron Jones is going to have a good season this year.
All right. Who do you got at wide receiver? These are the starts. People we say if they're there, we would start them. And by start, we mean we think they have the biggest, like,
this guy's got
boost,
a massive
the highest ceiling.
Yeah, this guy's got a massive ceiling. You're probably not thinking about benching him because you probably drafted him pretty high. But again, I'm going with Nico Collins on this one. Last year, he had 2 massive games against Indy. Almost in a full PPR league, he went for over 60 points in those 2 games. So he's averaging over 30 points a game. You got to just mash the start button on Nico Collins this week.
I'm nervous on that offense. Who's going to really be the wide receiver 1? But if I'm starting one week 1, it's Nico Collins. I think coming off last year, he has to by default be the number 1. Everyone's going to say Stephon Diggs, but I still think I start Collins over Diggs or Tank Dell.
Yeah, in week 1, you got to go with quarterback, whoever the quarterback is most comfortable with. And there's no way that Stroud's got a huge rapport with Diggs yet. So you got to go with Collins at least for the first couple weeks.
I like it. Yeah, I remember when you started him against me, and I think that was the ultimate demise of mine, because I could never catch up after that week.
Yeah, one of those reasons why you ran the beer mile was Nico Collins. So
that sucked. That made me want to I bought a gym.
Trust in the Nico style. If anybody watches anime,
I like it.
I like him too.
All right, now to the
got a couple that are up there in the tiers, and then a couple in the middle tiers. I like it. The fun part. Who are you benching this week?
The fun part, yeah. Who are you benching?
Why don't you start us off with the bench?
I'm benching Brian Robinson Jr.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
I don't know what Eckler's role is going to be week 1. I don't know what's going to be this season. I don't think that if I don't have a better option, I guess I got to start him. But if you have a better option or an equal option, I just think you don't know what that split's going to be yet.
Right.
So it's a risk to me.
Yeah. I benched Tony Pollard this week. Again, same thing. You got too much of a guess. I would have Zach Moss and Chase Brown. Maybe a Zach Moss would have been on this list as well for me if they weren't playing who they were playing. But again, you got Pollard. You don't know what that offense is going to be. And even if they're saying that they're going to split it 50-50, who knows what that's going to look like. So I don't want anything to do with that week 1. I don't mind having Pollard on my team. Same with Tajay Spears. Granted, if you're in deeper leagues and you don't have a choice, obviously you're probably going to put him in there. But
committee, stay away from the committees.
Yeah, I'm staying away from the committees until I get a chance to see him for a week, at least a week. So
before we say anything, Green Bay up 3-0. Jalen Hurts did throw an interception, and I started him in the league. So, but this year, it's all on Jalen Hurts. I want to do well, but I also want him to fail. Okay, so
wow, you just said that. You just said that live on YouTube.
I don't think he is as good as everybody gives him credit for. Not everybody. People who don't know give him credit for. Yeah. Give me your running back that you're sitting this week.
I just did.
Oh, I thought you said. Oh, I had it. Well, I know we have like lists and
Tony
stuff.
Pollard. I benched Tony Pollard. Yeah, Tony Pollard's my bench this week.
Oh, I like it. Then we're going with that. I was thinking there was another.
You told me we wanted to keep rapid fire.
Well, there was another guy that you were. There's another guy you were talking about. I was curious about too, and you said it about Jonathan Taylor.
Oh yeah. See, I was gonna say Jonathan Taylor, but at the same time, I thought he's like one of the must starts. If you drafted Jonathan Taylor, you probably took him so early that.
Am I worried this week? Yeah, but I don't know if I can bench him.
I'm starting him this week, but I don't have a choice. I didn't have anybody else.
All right, so who do you got? I know we both agree on this guy, but who do you got at wide receiver?
It's got to be Brandon Ayuk. I just don't trust him. He hasn't been in practice all preseason,
and it's the Jets.
And it's one thing to not play in preseason games. It's another to not be practicing with the team. So, and it's the same thing like you were saying with Chase. It's worrisome. Like until he gets.
Oh, I agree.
CeeDee Lamb's another one. Like if you're starting him this week, you're kind of on the nervous side.
If you drafted him, you're starting him no matter what.
Yeah, you're putting Lamb in there, but at the same time, you got to knock him down a couple pegs because he might not be game ready. Like he might not be in shape. Now, granted, you think they're probably in shape, but game speed and working out is two totally different things.
Not working out and then going game speed against Sauce Gardner and the rest of the Jets defense, like that's an even bigger hurdle.
Right.
It's not like you're going out there and you're playing Carolina or you're playing New Orleans, or something. You're going out there against arguably the number 1 or number 2 defense in the league.
They could end up statistically being there by the end of it.
Now, as long as and it all depends if Aaron Rodgers actually gets off a second play this year.
I still loved all the memes of him and it was like 30-second clips of his highlights, and it was just him carrying the flag. That's fucking great.
So wonderful.
Excuse my language.
All right,
so I think you get one, and you can still be.
I don't know if you guys know. We're trying to be better at cursing here.
That was the first one.
No, I dropped one early. It was hard too.
I missed it.
It went. I'm pretty sure I dropped one.
You went with a hard.
Yeah, I was like.
Fuck. I'm just gonna start doing that from now on.
Oh Lord! All right, my sit wide receiver. I don't want anything to do with Michael Pittman.
Don't take me that to me. Don't say that.
I know you. I think you have to start. I like him, but Adonai Mitchell looks good. But my thing is, how again? Anthony Richardson back. You know he's going to be good. But he runs a lot, and you got Jonathan Taylor there.
Question. do you take the risk and start like a George Pickens over Michael Pittman?
Yes.
Did you?
I think so.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing. I was thinking about rolling with Pickens this week, thinking he might catch a deep one.
If you're giving me that Pickens or Pittman, I'd start
especially because your league gets, and one of the reasons I drafted Pickens is in your league, you get deep ball points, big time. So that's why I went with it.
But, yeah, one of those. I might have to do that. It's one of those ones where like he's good, and yeah, he could go nuts, but he could also completely blank out, and that's what our sits are. Like our starts are, they have the ability to, we think, have a huge week, or in our sit we have a week to like completely disappear.
Yeah,
which I think could happen.
For a lot of these big names, I think it could happen this week. I think you're going to see a lot of people disappointed. Like a Mark Andrews, he just disappeared. Why is that? Because they all sit out all season, all preseason long. Well, they don't work with the team,
and what did he just
like shit in week one?
He was recovering. What is he recovering? He's recovering from something. I'm kind of forgetting about it.
Of some kind.
Yeah. So I think he got sick. I mean, he looks like he's in better shape. Lamar looked lean.
Lamar looked awesome. He looked every bit of MVP Lamar.
He looked thinner and everything. I guess they said, oh, he lost weight. He actually did look.
He looked faster.
I love the way he ran last night. I liked it.
Same. He almost like looked angry a little bit. I don't want him running that much though in the future. Please don't. You don't need to.
Turnover. Eagles.
I saw Ryan Clark on was it ESPN? ESPN. He was saying that offense wasn't that good, and I was like, I kind of agree with him. Outside of Lamar and maybe Zay Flowers, like the whole offense was out of sync, and I don't know if that was just like first week and they got to work into it, but they did not look that good.
They didn't look like they could stay consistent. That was what killed me.
Right. It was the same play over and over and over again. It was just Isaiah Likely, I'm going to throw it out here to the flat, and there was nobody there. So he would just run for 8 yards and go out of bounds. Run for 8 yards and go out of bounds. And then they scored a touchdown. I'm like, okay, are they like scripting this comeback, or is somebody going to go out there and guard the flat? Because the hell's he doing?
It's definitely going to be warranted to see how they run their offense. If they're going to Derrick Henry, like they used him great in the first drive, they didn't. We're going to see. But all right.
I definitely just tried to drink my microphone. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, the world did. Let's do this real quick. All right. So I lost last year, and we can't do the same punishment again. And I want to do tattoos. I want to do our teams. Now, this is a little different, though. We're just doing one quarterback, one running back, one wide receiver. It's going to be a quicker, easier game. Mm-hmm. Use them, lose them type of thing. It's going to be quick. But I want to do tattoos, but you don't have any, so we need a on video on our podcast that you're willing to do the tattoo thing.
Yeah, I'll get a tattoo. I mean, as long as it's a cool tattoo. I'm not doing like.
It's got to be some form of our logo name or something. We'll figure it out. Like it'll be cool, and it doesn't have to be huge. If you want to get it on your cankle, that's fine with me.
Fuck you.
Two turnovers for the Eagles. Like I'm about to finish.
No way. Are you serious?
I think they were both Jalen Hurts. I'm so glad I started him. I just got a text from my wife that says Eagles are a disaster.
My dad took Jalen Hurts in the second round.
I took him.
Third round, I'm sorry, of our family league. I'm sorry. Keep going.
I'm playing him in the league. I mean, but also I figured this year was going to be for the Eagles, and then we're going to pick our team. The biggest thing with the Eagles is they have all the talent in the world, and the question remains around Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts and their relationship. And to me, I have said it since Carson Wentz was there that I don't think Jalen Hurts has the arm or pocket presence to be an NFL franchise quarterback.
You don't have to prove nothing to me. You've got plenty of tape that proves that right there. You said that over and over.
Are about to score again. So let's pick our team so I can go drink my sorrows away. All right. You won, so you get to go first. Quarterback, running back, wide receiver in any order you choose.
It doesn't have to be like wide receiver, quarterback, and then running back. It can be.
No, you can go whatever order you want to go. People you like this week, and they can't be in this game.
Well, then I'm taking Alvin Kamara this week.
I think we have one of us has to take one of our guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all in on this. I'm all. I love how words just go out the window as I keep drinking. But I'm all in on him this week. If you like to do daily fantasies, I'd smash it. He's worth it, I think. I could be totally wrong, and that whole offense could fall on their face, but who knows?
If anybody's going to have a week, it's going to be him.
I think so, yeah. I think you're going to get 25 touches out of him this week.
Me, I'm sticking along where I said I wanted to start T. Higgins, but I'm going with Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Because I'm worried he might get hurt again.
Okay.
So I want to take advantage of week 1 Joe Burrow.
I like it.
I don't know why. It might not be a good week for him, but I think it's an underestimated week. I think he's going to throw a lot early, and then they're going to go to the run. But I think Chase Brown has a big game too, out of the backfield. So,
okay, all right. So, I mean, I'm going to take both of the guys that I like and go Nico Collins.
Nico Collins, you are going with both your guys.
Yes, I am.
So you're going with the ceiling, not consistency.
I'm going ceiling. I always do. That has been my MO. I'm a fucking high risk, high reward type
if Nico
of guy.
Collins blows up, I'll get a tattoo next week and just call it a year.
All right, you're getting Nico style for a tattoo. If he blows up and you have to get a tattoo, I'm calling it. You're gonna have to get it. Well, I'll figure it out. It's from a cartoon, but
oh god. All right, I'm going running back. I'm taking my guy. I'm taking Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I like it.
Tell me more about the tattoo you're gonna make me get.
I don't know. It's like a form of fighting in an anime. So,
but it's got to involve our logo or something. I know. Somehow, right?
We'll involve it with our Booze and Ballin' logo.
Oh God, I want to lose because I want to see it. I should just make you.
I don't even know what it looks like, to be honest with you. I'd have to look it up.
All right, who are you taking?
But I can't imagine there isn't one because it's like a manga. But anyway.
Something. Who are you taking a quarterback this week?
Quarterback this week. I like. You know what? I'm just gonna take him because he's getting Arizona. So I know, right? That sounds so good. I think
you're taking Josh Allen
fucking crazy this week. I don't know why. I think he's just gonna go crazy.
Dude, I would say this right now. I love some Keon Coleman, man.
Yeah, I think he's going crazy this week too against Arizona.
I think Keon Coleman has a legitimate shot to be Rookie of the Year. I still stand by it. I think
did you put any money on that? Because if you didn't, I'm going to be disappointed if it happens. Because he was probably like 10,000 to 1.
When I wanted to, I like to wait to see the odds, but I should have probably done it sooner, but I didn't. And then my credit card got frauded or whatever.
Nice.
You know what?
You know what?
Do what?
What?
Oh,
what?
I'm tempted to take Keon Coleman at wide receiver. But that's so stupid. Take a rookie off the bat like that, but I'm really tempted to take Keon Coleman right now.
You're not going to give him a chance to get better so that you can get high dollar off of Keon Coleman?
No, you know who I'm going to take, and it's a guy I hate, is Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, I like that.
He's my honorable mention for start because with Jahan Dotson now with the horrible Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, and Curtis Samuel's gone too.
Like he's going to be target monster at least week 1. So I'm taking
a good pick.
And I hate him.
Yeah,
so we're going with Josh Allen, Alvin Kamara, Nico Collins to Joe Burrow, Aaron Jones, and Terry McLaurin for week 1. Battle for a tattoo. I'm excited.
Yeah. Puka
freaking Nuka.
Let's do this. Hey, all right, a little bit of extra time. That was pretty good.
We do. We gotta rate some Penelope too.
I know. I'm actually very, very much enjoying
New
this.
us, less swearing, try not to talk over each other, and get you the shit quicker than we did last year.
Quick shit. I like
and it. Dustin's got a Booze and Ball in Halo.
I know.
Jinx, buy me a tattoo.
I know, it's kind of like when I used to do the.
Your dumbass bet of the week.
Mm-hmm.
We should do one of those. But while we rate this, one of us is figuring out dumbass bet of the week. But so, what do you think about it? It's simple, right? It's light. It's what, 80 proof?
Yeah, it's not very, very heavy. It's only.
If you want someone to get into drinking bourbon or whiskey or whatever,
that's a good one. This. Yeah, that's definitely a good one.
Second and goal. I hate the Packers.
Is it Josh Jacobs? I need Jacobs to get in the end zone.
I have a lot of Jacobs. I like Jacobs as a Packer, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think Jacobs is going to be like. I heard a lot of hate for him. I'm like,
because
in a bad situation,
because he was used so heavy,
right? And like
he was
as a
beat,
defense,
and they're like, he can't.
When you're playing the Raiders and you got Josh Jacobs or Aiden O'Connell to deal with, who are you going to deal with? I mean. Devontae Adams was wide open most of the season, and they still missed him.
They're going to do the same. The thing is, they're going to do the same thing to Zamir White.
Yeah.
He's going to be a great fantasy play. He to me, like he was my late round. If I did 0 running back strategy, that was my target because I think they're just going to give him carries. They're going to beat the crap out of him.
I don't know. I think Alexander Madison is still going to eat into his workload a little bit. I don't think.
I know. I had a thing. I don't know if I dropped Madison and Dynasty. I don't know.
I still don't think that Zamir White is just going to all of a sudden be a bell cow. I think they went out and picked up Madison just because they want a backfield by committee, and that's not what Jacobs was looking forward to. What just happened?
They stopped him. It's 4th and goal.
Shit. Field goal.
Dude,
6-0, and they're playing like absolute dog trash. That's not bad.
Let's go to the fantasy implications of it. What do we got here? Stats. Jalen Hurts
-4, -2.5.
Well, I think he has a fumble and he has an interception.
That's what I'm saying. So if you get -2 for those,
him though, right? He is him.
Him.
All right, let's rate this stuff and get off here before I start bashing
my butt's starting to hurt Birds sitting on this folding chair that I'm on.
I think I'm a pretty good unbiased Birds fan though. Like I do.
Yeah, you do okay.
I'm not one of those guys who thinks my team's the best and everybody else sucks. Like legitimately.
So you wouldn't have thrown snowballs at Santa?
Oh fuck Santa.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would have fucking
too. I mean Santa. I don't know. That is such a damn thing,
right?
Like,
do they still talk about that? I thought it was hilarious.
Funny though. All right. What do you think about Penelope?
I do really
like it. So easy. It reminds me of like when we first had the Puncher's Chance. We're like, this is really drinkable. I think it is really drinkable.
This is the type of drink that you drink during the week. Like, hey, I just got home from work.
Okay. I just didn't know what time of day you were talking.
I was, and it's like I just got home from work. I just want to have a drink, but I'm not trying to get drunk, and I just like the flavor of it, so I'm going to enjoy it.
It's a daily drinker.
I
can
see people. Yeah, it's not bad.
What'd you get it for? It was.
I think it was 36.
Daily drinker,
something like that.
30 to 40 is a daily drinker.
Yeah, that's a great daily drinker. That's a good fucking
great daily drinker. Great daily drinker. No, but I don't want to rate it too high because it doesn't have like the complexity and taste of like a good bourbon, but it's easy. So I'm going to say I'm probably somewhere in the 70 yards for it because it's good, but it won't go higher than that because it's easy.
I will say this. It's the first one that I will say I think I might like it better neat. Because
then slug from the bottle and tell me if you do.
When it was freaking...
The bottle, by the way, is positioned perfectly back there. Ladies and gentlemen, Penelope Bourbon sitting right there in the lower right corner of Dustin's screen.
It's like I took an hour to figure out how the hell my camera was going to work.
Also, by the way, you look like a shadow with the white. The dark screen was good. That sound, though, right?
I love how as it gets empty, it makes a deeper sound. It's like your wife. It's like the deeper you go, and never mind. I'll stop saying.
Deeper you go, the more like a man she sounds. All right. So while you're rating, I'm laughing. I thought you almost spit all over the place. I thought that's what you were insinuating. All right, while you're rating that, I'm going to throw in an honorable mention. Sit
way better neat. But I like it cold.
It is way better neat. It's delicious neat. All right, so give it
close. Actually, I actually did that a disjustice by putting a cube in that one. I think personally.
Oh shit! Well, we've done everything with the cubes, so we're kind of staying consistent. So think about your rating real quick, and I want to say this is an honorable mention. Sit.
Gotcha.
Don't even in your flex start any running backs for the Cowboys. Do not touch that offense running back at all.
No, and if you're in a situation where you absolutely have to.
Rico Dwale.
Yeah, because I think he's the only one that's going to bust one long.
But either way, don't touch the Cowboys running backs whatsoever. All right,
give me your rating. I don't want to touch the Cowboys much this week at all.
Give me your rating so I can watch Jalen Hurts have a third turnover.
74.
Yeah, I'd say I'm right about there.
Actually, I take that back. I'm going to go 73. I'm going to take it down one more. I'm going with 73 yards. It's like you said. It's really good.
It's really very delicious.
Good, like if you want something to just kind of hang out with, you're not.
But you still wouldn't mix it.
You're new to bourbon, like you said, but I liked that one because it is very, very mild for when it comes to the flavors of bourbon. There wasn't much there as far as flavor was concerned,
but it's delicious and drinkable.
Right, and the finish was more refreshing than it was bourbon. If that even
I'll
makes
stick
sense.
right with you. I'll agree with you on a 73. I'll drop down with you and stay right there. I think it's perfect. It's low 70s. It's not mid 70s.
Yeah.
Low 70s. It's like I'll be happy to have it at any given moment.
I could see that,
but I'm not showing off with it.
Right. I will say though that could be one that somebody's like, oh, that's an 85 for me because I really like the way it. You know what I mean?
They don't like the wood taste of something higher potency.
Correct.
All right. Well, the Eagles suck, and
I know. I can't wait to turn it on.
Season 2. I think we've had a good first season. We're gonna do a Tuesday. We're gonna get out Tuesday night. Try and get out Wednesday morning. Quick little 5-minute injury update. Quick little recap on what we think of the weekends. Get these going on the weekends.
Man. I hate Thursday night football. It's the worst. I love watching football, but then I'm up till midnight when I got to wake up at 3:50 in the morning.
Oh, and we got merch coming soon, so subscribe, like, comment, buy it, drink, sleep, watch football, play fantasy, and be merry.
Puganuga.
Pokanuka.